thumbnails and what have you. All right, folks. T-Texas Tony Turnstile going live. Last broadcast of the Seguin River Monsters inaugural season. Happy to say I'm associated with these guys. Absolute class act. Great ball players. Good first season. Great first season, really, folks. Got our last night of baseball at Smoky Joe. The sun is out blazing, 99 degrees, which is a cool day in Texas. About to get underway. Do some starting lineups. Hand out some thank yous and tips of the cap before we get started. Luis Solis always comes to the top of my mind because he is the MVP in the booth. Ability to get this broadcast out, which I personally admit has not been the best, but we've been working through some kinks. We figured out. In large part to Luis Solis doing all the directing up on the switchboards, getting all our sponsors up there, keeping the scoreboard going, setting up cameras. You name it, it's been a trial by fire. So big thank you to Luis Solis. We got a handful of other guys come out. Michael Perrin definitely deserves a shout out. He came and did a bunch of photography for us and helped us get a bunch of stuff, called a bunch of innings, and that was great. Dutch Chattahoochee has not been out, but always, Earl, appreciate you, brother. And then the man, the myth, the legend, Mike Gigliotti, put all this together, put the entire summer of Seguin River Monsters baseball together from scratch. And I cannot even articulate to you how many phone calls, emails, tasks, elbow grease it took to make baseball happen for the city of Seguin this summer with the TCL. Not easy. The day before opening day, him and Scotty B, who I'll get to next, were like painting the panel doors and rebuilding the concession stand. Amazing. Scotty B, no Seguin River Monsters, I don't know what you call this, monologue goes without much a tribute to Scott Berry, who went up to Texas State and probably made 30-plus twin beds to accommodate the visiting team, because that's where we figured out the housing solution, because you got to house the team as they come in. And Mike G did the same thing, honestly. And to Mike and his whole family, helping with the concession, all the volunteers, coaches, players, so many to name that made it all come together here in Seguin. So every time you come on down and help support Seguin, watching yourself a nice River Monsters game as the sun sets over Smoky Joe, a lot of people had their hand in putting that together, and greatly appreciate everybody. So with that, get my time hack, 6:53. This is a 7:05 start tonight, folks. We'll do some starting lineups, and then I can just wax philosophical about baseball. Also going to want to shout out to Brazos Valley Bombers in town for the last game of the year. Went down, talked to Nick Savage. Couldn't be a nicer gentleman doing the broadcast for the Brazos Valley Bombers, doing a fine job of it. Got some other gigs, some other pots on the fire in his media career. Keep track of that man, because heck of a gentleman, and sure that he is going to be a big success. But let's get through some starting lineups here. You're visiting Brazos Valley Bombers. Leading off, playing left field, Michael Adair. Batting 2-hole, shortstop Jackson Cobb. Batting in the 3-hole, catcher Tyner Hughes. DHing and batting cleanup is Shelby Becker. Batting in the 5-hole, first baseman Braden Evans. Third base, batting in the 6th hole, Ben Harmon. Playing center field, batting 7th is Brandon Bishop. Batting 8th, Playing right field, Ian Torres. Batting 9 hole is the second baseman, Cody Oliphant. Starting on the bump today, the Brazos Valley Bombers, number 17, Austin Teal. Your home team, the Seguin River Monsters. Batting first, leading off, the man, the myth, the legend, Jimmy De Leon, playing third base tonight. Batting 2 hole, left fielder AJ Knowles. Batting 3 hole, Jose Gutierrez. Crushed a bomb on Friday. Man can straight out hit. Batting the 4 hole, designated hitter tonight. Taking a break behind the dish is Victor Jimenez. Batting 5th and playing shortstop tonight is Rylan Quinones. Batting 6th, playing second base, David Lopez, one of the players of the game. Some excellent glove work Friday night. Batting 7th, playing right field, Preston Delmeyer. Batting in the 8 hole, playing center field, the man, Warren Laster. 2/3 of the earth is covered by water. The rest is covered by Warren Laster. Batting the 9 hole and catching from Orting, Washington. And I happen to know where that is and have been through there. Real close to Mount Rainier is Cody Leonard. Talked to him a little bit about Orting, Washington. He couldn't believe that my mama lives up past the Wilkeson Ranger Station. She's actually within Rainier National Park, if you can believe that, off the grid. They expanded the park, and they're in there cooking on wood stoves. That's right. Generating their own electricity. That's how you live, folks. Off the grid. No bills. No bills, and she can cook up a storm on a wood stove and bake, by the way. On the hill tonight for your Seguin River Monsters is Cohen Feezer. Confirmed his name with him before the game. Make sure I got that right. Feezer's freshman. Sure I get Feezer, but Cohen Feezer, freshman out of San Antonio, Texas, going to TCU. Horned Frog, 6'3", 185. Based on his first warm-up pitch that I saw, he's one of the best pitchers I've ever seen in my life. Going to be a good game tonight, folks. Go ahead and tune us on in, and hope you enjoy the broadcast. We're going to be shooting to try to make it the best broadcast ever tonight. If we do have technical issues where we drop, we're going to try to get it back online ASAP, and hopefully get our sound drops figured out, and it'd be a good game. So thanks for tuning in. Let's go to some chill-out music here. I got my little, get this one right here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to historic Smoky Joe Hill here in Seguin, Texas. All of yours, Seguin River Monsters. Tonight's game is sponsored by Texas Reds Postgrad. Thank you, Texas Reds. Tonight's Texas Collegiate contest is between the Brazos Valley Bombers and your Seguin River Monsters. The TCL
Live on YouTube and everything. Should you check TV's good? one-time issue. Because I give that to him. Figure out something extra for Liam. Liam just gonna use the RV. I told him, I was like, let's go.
For the Bombers for 17, Austin Teal. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Seguin River Monsters. At third base from Incarnate Word, number 12, Jimmy DeLeon. At left field from Oklahoma Wesley, number 30, AJ Knowles. At first base from Clarendon College, number 24, Jose Gutierrez. At designated hitter from Arkansas Tech, number 52, Victor Jimenez. At shortstop from Hill College, number 33, Rylan Quinones. At second base from Coastal Bend, number 13, David Lopez. At right field from Stephen F. Austin, number 17, Preston Downmeyer. At center field from Incarnate Word, number 37, Warren Laster. At catcher from Providence Christian, number 34, Cody Leonard. And at the mound for the River Monsters from TCU, number 1, Cohen Feezer. Head coach of the River Monsters, Chris Abergo, assisted by Caleb Morales. And now, please rise for the singing of tonight's national anthem. Let's play ball.
All right. Get my sound turned back up here. Get ready for some TCL baseball. And check us out on the 3VGB channel on YouTube. Restreaming. Got it on Viewbee. Got it on Twitter. If you're wondering what we're up to on August 6th, going out to Victor, Colorado. Elevation. It's 9,800. I forget what it is. It's 9,802 feet, I believe. It's almost 10,000 feet above sea level. We're going to take some dudes that can crush baseballs out there and try to set a world record with Guinness for the longest baseball hit on planet Earth, if you can believe that.
And I'm coming with you.
And Scott Berry on the mic. Let me turn you up. Scott Berry. I didn't have mic 2 up. Scott Berry's coming with us. And let me tell you, if you need to have an ace in the hole, that's like Doc Holliday and Tombstone right there. If you got Scott Berry and Luis Solis in your crew, unstoppable. But it's going to be a blast. We got Baseball Bat Bros, King of JUCO. Got some dudes from, I got 2 humongous dudes. Can you believe this, Scott? I got 2 humongous dudes from Caltech.
That's what I like to hear.
Do you know anything about Caltech? It's like impossible to get into.
Is it really? I did not know that.
Yeah, Caltech admits like 200 students a year. And it's like, I forget the guy, Poindexter. He was in the Reagan's administration, got caught up in the old Iran-Contra affair back in the 80s. But he graduated first in his class at the Naval Academy, Poindexter did. And he wanted to do like his postdoctoral at Caltech. And they said, you can come, but you'll be the dumbest guy here. That's how hard it is getting that school. These dudes are huge and can jack homers, but that's not the point here. We're about to kick off some TCL baseball. Talk a little bit more about that project later. Michael Adair, left fielder for Brazos. Start pulling up some TCL stats while we're doing it. Always love having Scotty on the broadcast.
I love joining him.
Fees are full wind. You can actually hear yourself in the headphones now, too. Isn't that great?
Oh, yeah. Everything sounds great now.
Get some old TCL. That's how you started off right there. Strike one. Grounds it over. David Lopez gobbles it up and on to first.
Quick first out there for Cohen Friesen.
That's how you like to see it. Can't get enough of David Lopez's glove after Friday night. I'll have to go count up his putouts. But man gloved everything. One down, Jackson Cobb now. Shortstop for Brazos Valley. Slider, bounce foul. And we talked a little bit the other night about the turnover we got. I don't know, this might be the first time Feezer has been caught by Cody Leonard. Figuring each other out, maybe.
Yes, I believe it is. Cody's first appearance here at Smokey Joe.
I like his little one-knee setup, Tony Pena style there. I don't think that missed, honestly.
That was a nice-looking pitch. I thought that was right at the bottom of the zone.
I'm going to go full homer on the broadcast tonight. Last home game. I probably want umpires probably like go back and like list the broadcast. That guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
I'm not sure where these are missing.
It could have been low. I'm not sure where that one was. You got to go look at the replays.
If you ever do just pick a random game on MLB TV and you pick the local broadcast, they are big-time homers.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Cracked deep into the gap, and that's going to get down for extra bases for Cobb. They get it in quickly. Stand-up double. Perfect placement. And it wasn't really slicing, so a lot of times you'll see that double from a lefty will slice back into the left fielder trailing it, but no. Perfect placement. The 4-iron gets it in there for a double.
Nice hustle by Warren Laster in center field to cut that off before it got to the wall.
Yeah.
Made a nice play on one hop.
don't know if the statistics I'm looking at are right, but Tyner Hughes now the catcher batting third. I don't see a lot of Brazos feathers. Bishop is near the top of the league. Some offensive categories there. This is Tyner Hughes, the catcher. Swings through the off speed there. Nasty. Fees are going to TCU. If you ever get up Fort Worth Way, that is a great ballpark to take in some college baseball. TCU is a gorgeous campus. Tucked into that neighborhood there. Hit hard.
Looks like Knowles is centering
Knowles is
underneath
under it. It's really difficult to get out to left in Smokey Joe. That's some man strength there. So 2 down. Cobb at second. If we could strand him there is what we'd like to do.
27, Shelby Becker.
This is outside, not by much. 1-0. Shelby Becker leading the team. Brazos Valley and homers with 2. 1-1 now. Slider, good spot. Cody Leonard liked it, but it was off the plate. But that's where the catcher wanted it, right there.
That was a nice take by Becker. That was a nice slider. It started out over the plate, and just crossed in front outside there.
It's that classic slider away waste pitch. See if they'll chase it. You got to lay off it, or they'll keep throwing it.
Gets him in the
Comes
third.
back in on him, gets it by him. 2-2. Becker the DH tonight. Slightly open stance. Ooh. Not as far outside as it seemed. Fastball. Count goes full. These are sporting the number 1, numero uno. The only number 1 I can recall is Spike Owen. Remember that guy? Played for the Expos and the Mariners. I think he's a Texan.
And he
Oh.
gets him.
So numero uno, K's the 4-hole, and strands Cobb at second. That's the first half of the Seguin River Monsters baseball. We'll take a little break. Jimmy DeLeon starting it off here for the River Monsters. Austin Teal coming set from the left side. Fastball for strike one. Jimmy DeLeon, top of the league in a lot of categories for quite some time. Good leadoff man. Will definitely work the at-bat and full-on sock game with the fluorescent River Monster green is splendid. Way inside, 1-1.
And you know, when we wear the gray pants, Jimmy is forced to go with the socks showing because he actually got a pair of knicker pants so they don't go down all the way.
He's got the
So he has to show the socks when he
He's
wears
got
gray.
the
Tonight
night-
is a choice.
1920s pants. That's going to be foul. I do like that. I was a socks up guy myself. Every once in a while I go down. I've said this before, but so many good baseball books out there as it counts 2-2 to De Leon. But Ball 4 by Jim Bouton, it's kind of like a famous tell-all. Got him in the inside, ball counts full. Got him in a little bit of trouble with the baseball establishment. He worked his way back into the pros at the end of his career, but he was talking about some dude on the Mariners fouled off, spoiled by De Leon, and he's like, man, this guy was always primping himself before the game. He had to have his socks just right, his pulled up, wristband here, wristband on the other one, and always wanted to look like as best he could. And he goes, man, if you spin as much, like he was just breaking his balls, fouled off by De Leon. He's like, you spend so much time on your uniform. He goes, you know what? If I look bitching, adds 10 points to my batting average. And I kind of get it. It was hilarious because he used the B word, which is like a very 80s thing, you know? That was probably cool back then.
Groovy.
Like an 81. But, man, if you don't get a number you like or if you don't feel that vibe in your uniform, I kind of agree with that guy. I feel like you look awesome. De Leon putting up a great leadoff at bat right here against Teal.
Well, it's just like you mentioned at the beginning of the bat. Jimmy is a great leadoff hitter. Good eye at the plate. Doesn't strike out much.
I think that's the 8th pitch of the at bat.
It is. He's had 3 straight foul.
And he works a walk.
Sit high.
De Leon doing his job, making you work, and now he's on base. So there you go. A.J. Knowles.
Number 30, A.J. Knowles.
Titusville, Florida. Going to Oklahoma Wesleyan. Not to be confused with one of my alma maters, Texas Wesleyan. Teal lefty having a look at De Leon, who will run. Good hack from Knowles. 1-1. Take a look at Teal. We've seen Teal before this year, I have to be honest. Look at pitching. Bounced, almost throws it. Nope, but he lands on the bag after the high throw.
Just got
Back to
down
Teal.
before Jimmy.
Nothing he can do about it. It's just whether it's not. It's just luck if you land on the bag in time. But De Leon cut down on the fielder's choice. Jose Gutierrez, 296, leading the team in every offensive category, near the top of the league, just about everything. And what I said in our post game that I put up on YouTube was like, if you're a D1 coach, you're recruiting this guy, what are you looking for? You know, I mean, it's unreal.
I mean, the premier college summer league in Texas, and he has hit all summer against. He's done it every night. Whether it's getting on base via walk, hitting with power, hitting for average.
Swings through a Teal fastball there. I like every part of his game. I like his approach. I like listening to him talk about hitting, and just a class act.
And I can't speak highly enough of just Jose, the kid, not the baseball player.
There's the bad move to first, as they say. So Jose down 2 strikes as we talk him up, but big hole on the right side here. Knowles getting himself a healthy lead. Whether he goes or not, I like to see the pitcher paying attention to him. There he goes. Bounced. Foul. Jose battling. But yeah, I'm extremely surprised. I don't know how many. I would think if you're a college coach and you are off, I mean, this is kind of recruiting. You do a lot of recruiting in different parts of the season, but I would be attending these games and looking at the TCL and his performance. Ball gets past the catcher, Knowles easily to second. I'd have to believe that, you know, there's been some coaches out there who have seen Jose Gutierrez play and be like, I need that bat in my lineup. Trying to win ball games, you need a guy like that in your lineup. You got power, you got plate discipline.
And we've had different D1 scouts out to different games throughout our year, so he has been seen by certain schools. You wonder what goes into their decision making.
I mean, he is pretty versatile positionally. You know what I'm saying? Because he's caught first base. You could put him in the outfield. So athletic guy, but a lot about his hitting setup gives me confidence because he's very quiet up there.
Got the count back to 2-2.
Inside move. Knowles sniffs it out in his back. Jumps right back off the plate. I love it. Mind games. That's what the runners need to do. Hit hard. That'll be a fair ball. You get it, but he advances. Knowles, well, it's, yeah, I was like, wait a second. Knowles was, no, he just got back. Knowles thought there was 2 outs. I was like, he advances Knowles on that. So, pass ball score Knowles.
Number 52, Victor Jimenez.
Rolled him over. Gets Gutierrez, so 2 down. Victor Jimenez, the designated hitter tonight. All the pressure is on Tyner Hughes now. In a pass ball in the dirt situation with Knowles awaiting at third. Any sort of, I mean, the ball doesn't have to bounce that far away if you get a good read. Good 10 feet and you're hustling. Or a nice 2-out single from Victor here would be nice. Nice piece of hit, and that's slicing down. On the run is the right fielder. Makes the catch. That'll do for the River Monsters. As that closes up the first inning, folks.
I'd like to send a special thank you to the host families for generosity this summer. This season would not be possible without you. More host families to join us if you're interested. Contact us today.
I'm just looking at the league stats right now, Scotty. And if I'm not mistaken, Victoria's team home run count for this summer is 23 dingers. I didn't realize Victoria went yard that much.
Well, they went back to back to back versus us on Thursday, I believe. So that added to the count.
Unbelievable. Feezer misses outside. Yeah, this is the league stats. Rougarou 11 dingers on the year. Acadiana 6 dingers on the year. We got 5 dingers on the year. Brazos Valley Bombers 6 dingers on the year. And Victoria 23 dingers. Next closest is 11 from the Rougarous. That's unreal. I got to get down to Victoria. Is that a porch? I mean, looks standard. Dimensions look standard.
It is short down the right field line. Left field and center are pretty standard.
2-1 to Evans. Evans does show up in the batting leaders. I believe he leads Brazos Valley in average.
I would take a guess that Elliott A. Bear and Lane Hutchinson are a part of those 11 home runs for the Rougarou.
They definitely are. Nice backdoor breaking ball there for Feezer. 3-2 the count. Mr. Braden Evans playing first base tonight. Back tries. Oh, and he gets him.
Gets the call on the
Tries
outside part of the plate.
Backdoor curveball. Evans in disbelief. Nice piece of pitching. Came over and got it.
To bat, number 9, Ben Harmon.
Here's Ben Harmon, third baseman. His sock game's going above the knee, the new fad the last few years. Good breaking ball from Feezer for strike one.
Definitely a new fad. Do you remember Eric Burns? The
Yes.
outfielder played with his hair on fire.
Oh, yeah, he was Oakland. He's great.
Yes, he always had the Sox pretty high up like that.
Got to do it.
Nice play by Jimmy
right
De
there.
Leon.
Yeah, Eric Burns was exciting. Played the game the right way.
To bat for the Bombers, number 15, Brandon Bishop.
According to this, Evans is batting 385. Then you got Brandon Bishop. Fastball bounces it. I like when they do the full wind. So many guys come from the set now, but Feezer's a full wind guy. I don't need him to do the old Satchel Paige windmill, but that'd be sweet too. Yep, I was right. Cleburne, Texas. That's where Spike Owens from. He wore number 1 forever. Nice breaking stuff there.
I think that had the most live fastball Fisher's thrown tonight.
Oh, was that the heat?
That was buzzing.
I didn't know if it had some cut on it. Well, listen to me, folks. There's another heater. Yeah, Spike Owen went to University of Texas as well. It's a staple in the Kingdom. 2-2. Good breaking ball. Oh. Cody Leonard just froze the glove there. He's like, I'm going to hold it for that extra second so you can rethink the idea that you are not calling this a strike right now.
Well, I mean, that was the same curveball. He just
It was
banged out
better.
the leadoff batter and just on the opposite side of the plate is this
Yeah,
batter.
that was
And
actually more of the plate than the backdoor curve. There's
It
another.
was.
Gets him anyway. Nice job by Feezer. 1, 2, 3 inning. All right, folks.
10,000 feet. fly. Get me a ticket. I wanna feel the heat. Huh. Fly over the ocean. I take you along. Move like a rocket man. I live in motion. We land in New York City. 'Cause I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to the aeroplane. Oh, that's right.
You like that bone music? Yeah. It's I got it's licensed too. So like I can't just like grab it on Spotify because we're
Bring me
reproducing
along
the
some
podcast.
fun.
So I got to wolf because I
I
use
try
bone
to
music in the
lie.
podcast, but I didn't want to run into licensing issues.
And I don't bite.
Deal with them, and I got all this kind of like.
Fly over there,
It's
Danny.
not a sweet music song, but you can find all kinds of stuff. Like right now, this
They
dude
call
sounds like
it
Jimi Hendrix,
music.
but it's like James Brown.
Somewhere got history. Somewhere real pretty. We're cruising in London. Yeah. And I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Huh. Get on to that aeroplane. Huh. Make it onto that aeroplane.
All right, folks. We're going to go to the bottom of the second. Here at Smokey Joe Williams Field. Rylan Quinones going to lead it off for your River Monsters. Playing shortstop tonight is Ryan. Another beautiful day at Smokey Joe. Seguin never fails on the weather. Ooh, fouls it off. They tried to work in some Usher walk-up music, but Teal. Austin Teal showing a freshman, College Station, Texas, going to Hillsborough Community College. Fastball up and away. 1-1. Nice turnout for last game here at Smokey Joe. Again, inaugural season has just been nothing but highlights. Obviously, we would have liked a better record, but up. Quinones lays off. But 3-1 count to Quinones. But it's been a learning curve all the way around. Getting better at all little parts. Up. Leadoff man aboard again. Let's see if we can capitalize with David Lopez coming up. Good leadoff at bat from Quinones.
To bat for the River Monsters, number 13, David Lopez.
David Lopez busting out the Tupac walk-up song. Teal delivers up. It's almost like he's talking to himself like I'm overthrown or something. This type of deal where as a hitter, I was like, man, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for you to pipe a fastball now if you're having control issues. Quinones, not much of a lead. Another fastball up and in. And I said this the other day, actually. I think it was MJ was pitching. I was like, if you're missing a ton with the fastball, as the catcher, just call the deuce. Just to get a different arm slot. Give him a different feel as it comes off of his fingers instead of fastball after fastball when you missed up like 4 times in a row. Pumps it in there. Just change up the arm slot sometimes. Helps them. Then the very next pitch, they can find the fastball. No problem. So
Yes, just mix it up a little bit when you can't locate the fastball.
2-1. Fastball. And honestly, I don't know, but it feels like he's got good stuff, good arm slot, but it's a mechanical thing. I don't know if it's stride or what it is. If you're not staying closed, not staying open, but control almost
Missing
always
up.
a mechanical issue. 2 men on. I'll take it.
To bat for Seguin, number 17, Preston Dahlmeyer.
Dahlmeyer playing right field tonight. Slide step from Teal and Dahlmeyer hunting for the first pitch fastball. Umpire, classy move, giving his catcher a moment. Gonna walk that baseball right out there. That's what he said. Oh, man, we got the Lord of the Flies back tonight. Kids roaming about. Look at that. I just do like to see the Thunderdome. Mad Max Return to Thunderdome style, where one kid is the Lord of the Flies over all foul balls.
Got a solid turnout of dogs tonight, too. I think I've seen 5 different ones
I saw
throughout the
one
crowd.
barking during the national anthem. That was so patriotic. There's a breaking ball, Teal, but misses. 1-1 to Dahlmeyer. Technically, hit hard right at the center fielder, though. Quinones cannot tag on that. I was about to say before that ball was hit, I was like, technically, this is like the perfect small ball situation, right? First and second, nobody down. I have nothing against a nice sack bunt. Nothing against it.
Yeah, we were in the 7th hole. 7, 8, 9 are definitely bunt candidates. If it was the cleanup hitter 3 hole, you might not be so inclined to drop a bunt down. But
and as a hitter, whether it's called for or not, in my mind, I was like, it's just good baseball, right? I don't even get charged with an AB, and we're gonna score a run. I don't know. I'm a small ball thinking type of guy. Here's Mr. Warren Laster.
Takes it opposite
shoots
way.
it out to left field there. Long run. That would have landed foul as he was running and caught it, but good play by the left fielder there. That's some 8 air out there.
To bat for Seguin, number 34, Cody Leonard.
I'm not so sure that is 8 air. I thought that was 27.
No, 8 airs out on left field tonight.
That's what I have in my lineup, but I can't see these numbers. Cody Leonard from Ording, Washington. If you're wondering where that is, it is in the shadow of Mount Rainier. Magnificent mountain peak that looks all over Western Washington. Couldn't believe he's from Ording. Hack there, Mr. Leonard. One thing they did in Ording, kind of all up, there's a lot of coal mines up that way. Big breaking ball, missed outside though. He wanted to walk it off like it was a sword, but no, let's wait a little bit too out. All those coal mines up there, of course, they had to have rail cars, going up to all these little, now they're just ghost towns. They've been taken over by forest, but they turned a lot of those coal mining kind of like rail tracks into rails of trails. There's all kind of sweet hikes up there.
Cody fouls one down the right field line.
So if you ever get to Cody Leonard's hometown, take it in. Good catchers, good hiking. 1-2. Sky could be trouble over the first baseman's head, and the Magellan route spins around. does Braden Evans. Gloves it for the 3rd out of the inning. That brings us to the end of 2 Seguin River Monsters baseball. All right. Some bumper music going there.
Leading off for the Bombers, number 2, Ian Torres.
Ian Torres, right fielder, going to lead it off here for top of 3. Mr. Feezer. San Antonio native going to TCU.
Cohen's looked sharp so far through 2.
Good stuff from him. Fastball. Easy strike down the middle. Try to decide what I like better about his windup. Leg kick comes nice over the top. Good breaking stuff right there.
Fools Torres with a breaking ball.
0-2. You catchers amaze me. You just guys come in, any pitcher, you just figure out their stuff and call the game.
And another nasty breaking ball.
No chance there for Torres. 1 down. As a hitter, you're going back to the dugout. You're like, why did I swing at that? You ended up a foot off the plate, but it just fools you with a release. You can't identify it. Cody Oliphant, second baseman tonight.
Starts things off with a strike down the Broadway.
Nice.
Cohen is just living in the zone.
Nice stuff there. That's what you got to have. The base on balls will kill you. Again.
I don't know where these are missing to these right-handed batters on the inside part of the plate.
I'll tell you, Leonard ain't moving the glove that much. He's hitting the spot. Bounces the deuce. I don't know. What's your take on the players are better today than they were, like, you know, this whole generational argument, you know, that Babe Ruth couldn't hit this pitching and all these guys throw harder. Fouls it off his toe.
I don't think that argument really translates to baseball as much as maybe a little bit in basketball. It might ring a little true.
Yep.
You just watch some of the old clips of when basketball is just starting and it's a lot of high dribbling, not much defense, and so the athleticism on the court is just so different than it was. But I mean, hitters are hitters, and guys, nobody's really like broken Cody.
2
Another strikeout.
strikeouts. freezes Oliphant on the outside corner. 2 down now. Yeah, I never knew about that argument. They're saying all these guys are throwing 100 now, but the technology is now measuring the ball out of the hand as opposed to measuring the ball as it crosses the plate, like Nolan Ryan era. You can't tell me people are throwing harder than Nolan Ryan now. That's just cheddar. Nice backdoor deuce there. I think there's some knowledge that we have gained on physical training and things like that probably, you know, if Babe Ruth was living on beer and hot dogs, maybe some better physical conditioning is happening. But I honestly think if you're a ball player, you're a ball player. If you can hit, you will make the adjustment.
I mean, Ricky Henderson's going to be stealing bases today, too.
Yeah.
You can't teach speed like that.
You can't teach that kind of jump and those kind of instincts.
You can't teach a glove like Ozzie Smith or Omar Vizquel throughout the decades. You know, that they're going to be making those plays now.
Yeah.
So on the field, I don't think that argument really translates to baseball that much.
I'm with you. And to the nice backdoor stuff there, he's calling that a strike. 2-2. Feezer lining up Adair for another punch out. If he can strike out the side here. Ooh.
Just a little up.
That's a good pitch right there, 2-2. Lefty can swing under that every time if you're not looking for it. That was a close pitch. But yeah, I maintain, I don't care if Babe Ruth had a gut, he would make the adjustment, still hit 40 bombs. Adair spoils it. I don't know if it's an Adair or Adair.
Ooh, just gets a piece.
Nasty. Yeah, I mean, you like guys like DiMaggio, you know? These guys could just flat out hit. They'd still rake. He'd still be hitting 350. Probably hitting like 370 in Major League Baseball right now. I think you can get a fastball by that guy. Shot foul. Adair putting up a battle. But understand that there's probably more hard throwers in the league than there probably were in like the 30s or 40s, but there were still guys throwing tons of gas back then too. You know, yeah, Bob Feller was probably the hardest thrower of his era, but there are still other guys in the league. So I just think all those guys that can play baseball bounce now. It's going to be pitcher fielding practice. Not much you can actually do on that one. If you wanted to put a push bunt down the first baseline, that's exactly where you want it. You know?
If Jose goes to first and lets David Lopez get that,
It's
I don't
impossible.
know if David's making that play. I don't even know if the play is getting made if Jose fields that.
A perfect push bunt is hard enough to get past the pitcher right at the second baseman, so the first baseman kind of has to crash on it. So swinging bunt, I'm going to rule that a single. If anybody out there is keeping score, because I don't think that play gets made
in
even
the
if
book for me as well.
I don't think you're making that play. Swing and bunt, perfectly placed.
Jose was going to have to flip that across his body.
Yeah, because it's not a
gonna
matter
be a long
of
flip as well.
Yeah, it's not a matter of Feezer covering the bag. He knows he's not making that play, so he's still sprinting to the bag. But you got to get that as a first base, and then wheel around and like pick the perfect toss. Speaking of first base bumps, bunts. I don't know if you remember, but there was I think it was the San Francisco Giants, and I'm not sure who the batter was. It could have been Lou Brock. Could be wrong. Hit in the hole, going to be backhanded by Quinones. Long throw, and
Strong
he gets
throw
it.
from Ryland.
That's a sweet play right there. Nice play in the hole by Quinones, and that'll do it.
That was a beauty.
Austin Teal just out there waiting for somebody to catch him. Usually you get the positional player out there. Now he's doing calisthenics. I love it. And that position player is supposed to grab that catcher's glove and run out there. Keep him warm. Austin Teal is tightening up. Could be a crucial moment. I predict River Monsters score a run this inning. Because somebody didn't pick up that slack. It's the little things that count, folks. Keep your pitch warm. Keep him throwing. Uh-oh. I didn't have the mics up on that one. I was saying, no position player grabbed the catcher's mitt, came out and kept Austin Teal warm while the catcher was getting his gear on. It's a foul. I maintain Seguin River Monsters karmically are going to score a run this inning. Because somebody was sleeping on the job. It didn't come out. Austin Teal had to do calisthenics to keep himself warm. Unwritten rules of baseball, folks. If your catcher's putting on his gear, you hustle out there and start catching that pitcher. Don't care what he wants to throw. He wants to lob it to you. Now Teal's getting warm. Back to the top of the order for the River Monsters. Jimmy DeLeon is coming up. 0-0 ball game. Jimmy DeLeon worked a great leadoff at bat his last time up. Teal from the set. Fastball for strike one. Infield is back. I was dreaming of drag bunts this morning. Ian almost hits him. 1-1. Wind picking up. I've noticed weather patterns at Smoky Joe, to be honest with you. Wind blows left to right as the sun is setting right about now. Starts blowing in at right. It's a little windy for about an inning, and then the sun sets, and then it just kind of goes back to normal.
And then there's the occasional 7th, 8th inning nightly breeze that potentially rolls through, but this is the time where that left to right.
I can turn down the boom mic because it's catching all the wind sound. You can see the players shot. Foul, though. Just foul by DeLeon. But, yeah, the weather cycles are pretty predictable out here. I don't want to jinx it, but it seems like almost wind slamming doors. Kind of how it happens. But I've never seen, I would be scared if I saw that flag blowing right to left, because that's usually when real nasty weather comes in, you know? Clouds start moving the other direction. 2-2 now to DeLeon.
Just working another at-bat. Good at-bat by Jimmy here.
You know, our leadoff man. I don't know if you heard my prediction, but Teal was, out there waiting for the catcher, you know?
I saw that. They didn't send somebody to
usually a positional guy will just grab the catcher's glove and run out there.
Teal was out there for a while.
He was. He started doing calisthenics and all this stuff. He's just looking in the dugout hey, you know, I'm out here with nobody to throw to. And I said, I think that's bad karma. I think we're going to score this inning because there's a position player who didn't pick up the slack. I'm that much of a baseball traditionalist. You do your job, and he walks DeLeon. And I'm predicting that leadoff walk is going to score.
As a catcher myself, I have caught many a warm-up pitches as a backup. You just...
And I'll tell you, as an outfielder, if you're platooning or something, you ain't playing, you're looking for something to do. I was a lefty, I dream of being a catcher. I'll grab my outfielder's glove and go out there and start catching them. Just for fun. A.J. Knowles now. Fastball up and away. Teal again with good stuff, but it's almost, I don't feel like it's overthrown, but he is missing up. Fastball by Knowles. 1-1. Real easy delivery from Teal, which is why I get the sense he's not necessarily overthrowing. 1-1 now. There's the pick move. A good move to first. The one that always comes to mind is Andy Pettit.
Lethal.
Picked off a lot of dudes. You're a Yankees fan. Or is it Yankees or Mets? What's the team for Scotty B?
I'm a Met fan.
Met fan.
Mike here is a Yankee fan.
Oh, that's perfect. Just like the Subway rivalry there. I can talk Mets all day with you. Oh,
This is outside.
I'll tell you, was it heartbreaking when Shea how many times did you go to Shea before they tore it down?
That was a yearly trip for me and my family. We were in upstate New York at the time, and we always would go down for at least a series every season.
Man.
And I love Shea.
So great. Hit hard in the
AJ
hole
ropes.
by Knowles. Absolutely turned around a Teal fastball. Something doing here. Yeah, Shea Stadium and like the 84, 85, 86 Mets and that whole Once Upon a Time in Queens was such a good documentary. If you haven't seen that, folks, check that out. And here's the man. Can't think of a better hitter you want, right?
Pitcher
2 on.
struggling. Two guys on base, runner in scoring position.
And, you know, whatever Tyner Hughes is telling Teal, Jose Gutierrez goes up there with a plan, especially if he's seen you a couple times, you know? Looking for one pitch right here, folks. Up and in. Because this is what happened. I feel like, you know, Jose will go up with the plan. You know, he's like, I'm looking for this right here. I know he's struggling. He's going to try to get a fastball over him, ready to turn it around. Oh,
Just misses that
just
one.
missed it. Skies it. So infield fly rule, 1 down.
Up to bat for Seguin, number 52, Victor Jimenez.
Victor Jimenez coming up. Victor Jimenez will work just driving the ball to right. He's been robbed so many times, but I dream of that shot right down the corner in the 338 sign. Big hole. There goes De
Jimmy
Leon.
takes off.
Huge jump. I think they did get him, but he got a good jump. So Knowles, good base running because he didn't initially go with De Leon, but he saw the steal. He's like, taking second. So now Knowles 2 down. De Leon cut down on the steal.
A little aggressive with your cleanup hitter up. Only 1 out.
Got to be sure there, but it's not the 3rd out. Hit hard right
Snared.
at the 3rd baseman. Harmon gloves it. And Victor once again robbed. That's the end of 3, folks.
number 18, Tanner Hughes, leading things off for the Bombers here. Jumps on the first pitch. Hits
Tanner
it
Hughes, the
to
wind.
right field, turns Preston Dahlmeyer around. Pulls into second with a stand-up double. Bombers got a leadoff man on.
Dahlmeyer got turned around on that because the wind kicked up as he skied it. If you get your hip sideways in an outfielder, you're in trouble. It's going to be a double. Leadoff double, Shelby Becker. Struck out his first time up. Breaking ball in the dirt, blocked up well by Leonard. Inside. Leonard was not set up there. Got to pull the volume back on the boom mic when the wind kicks up. 2-0 now. Nobody holding the runner. Bounce to third. Gets over De Leon's glove. The run will score. Knowles with a very strong throw, but it gets past. Interesting play at second. Oh, hold him. He got off the bag. Oh, they called him out. That was close play. Good job by Gutierrez backing up right there. The runner was waiting to do that because Knowles came up gunning, but Gutierrez makes a good backup play right there. So one down, but one run scores.
Nice stick there by Cody behind home plate. He's caught a good game so far.
He has. I like his receiving skills, as they say. I don't know if you remember this guy, but I think of it because Leonard being from the Northwest, he was a great receiver behind the plate, as with many catchers who, you know, are maybe not the best hitter, but they're just such a good catcher. Remember Dan Wilson for the Mariners?
Yes.
That guy was just a good receiver. He made everything look like a strike. I don't know how you'd call a game as an ump with that guy behind the plate. He would like slide with the pitch and just freeze. Swing and a miss. He gets him. 2 down, way out in front of the changeup. Third baseman Ben Harmon.
I love to see a catcher really stick it instead of try to frame and move
Yep.
the glove. You know, when you just catch it, like you said, receive it, nice soft glove, and just stick it.
Slider there for a strike. There's a lot of interesting catching drills I've been noticing more on social media and there's somewhat of a debate on this, like one knee down catching. It's kind of like a debate that's popped up, but with that, I just feel like I've seen way more footage this year than any other year of catching drills and of dudes like snapping their wrist like real strong with the forearm, jabbing it and kind of framing it and receiving it like you're saying. But you don't think about that, I guess, as a lazy outfielder like myself. Slider misses away.
Well, I kind of feel like the rise of social media has almost upped the number of training tactics players use. They're almost trying to find something new to do, and then they post it, and somebody kind of makes an evolution of that. And there's just so many now different ways you see guys training that you might not have seen in the past. And I do think that kind of is part of social media, being constantly players posting what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see like some dude with a pitching machine, like just shooting balls at catchers while they're practicing just catching.
Beauty
Rings
of a
them
pitch.
up there on the nasty deuce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Ks through 4 innings for Feezer. And that is, we're going to go to the bottom of the 4th coming up. see here. Oh, no. Back to the top. Rylan Quinones coming up at the bottom of the fourth. Quinones with a 5-pitch base on balls his last at bat. Strike one over. Another break ball from Teal in the dirt, 1-1.
Ryland made a amazing backhanded play in the hole at shortstop with a throw across his body in the bottom of the second.
Oh,
Bottom
man,
of the third,
everything's got to go right on that.
Bottom of the third, and that was just that was a beauty.
There's only 2 throws you can make on that backhand play. Is if you air it, there's going to be some arc on it because nobody has that kind of cannon except for like a few major leaguers, you know? Or you can try to do the one hopper, but when you air it out, it's almost like, I don't know, it's like a perfect like half-court shot, you know? Like you can't get the first baseman off the bag. That's way out of play. First baseman hustling over. But yeah, the first baseman just has to tippy-toe it, and you got to get it within their range. Such a difficult play, but perfect throw by Quinones. Caught by the second baseman, 1 down.
Up to bat for Seguin, number 13, David Lopez.
David Lopez, speaking of good defensive plays, was making them left and right on Friday night. And Smokey Joe Williams, not an easy field to be that consistent.
Yeah, the play that David made on Friday night was very similar to Ryland's, just from the second base position.
Just up the middle.
Yeah, up the middle.
Got to glove it and get it out.
Fallen across the second base bag, but still made a strong throw across his body.
Breaking ball misses there.
David walked his last at bat in the second inning.
You know, and for guys like that making plays in the hole, another breaking ball for a strike.
Yeah, David gave the umpire an eye roll there because I think he thought that one came in a little high.
Yeah. But as Sabermetrics has attacked every previously traditionally thought thing about baseball, hitting the hole but not hard enough, PFP, and they get Lopez at first for 2 down.
Nice play by Teal.
But one of the things I think Sabermetrics showed, and I can't remember if it was the Astros, but they carried no left-handers. They carried no left-handers in their pitching staff. And It was just metrics showed that right-handers, especially with a really hard slider down and in on lefties, was just harder for lefties to hit than the lefty-lefty matchup, and they just liked the numbers they got that way. I'm waiting, and I'll probably be waiting a long time, Scotty. Here's Delmeyer. For sabermetrics, because like you're just not going to get any data on it, but a left-handed shortstop or a left-handed second baseman or third baseman forever, right? Because we think you need the arm on that side, but then maybe like with shifts, you know, you start working in outfielders. You're like, well, he's a good bat. He's normally an outfielder, but we'll put him at short, and he's lefty. I feel like stuff like that's going to trickle in the next 5 years.
Well, you do kind of see now more than ever is guys getting work in at positions that aren't their primary position. Like you see Fernando Tatis fielding fly balls in the outfield, and you know, different guys taking ground balls at a position that may not be their primary one, but they want the versatility to be able to stay in the lineup.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like long breaking ball gets Delmeyer to chase 2-2. It's just been such a long established thing that no lefty could ever play those infield positions. And I have seen lefty catchers in Major League Baseball. It's uncommon, but it's not a disqualifier. It's neither here nor there. It's just baseball banter. Fastball's up, full count. But it just would, like, it would change how you shift it almost, right? Because the lefty, if he's backhanding it up the middle, that's an easy, it's a different throw. He's already got his arm back.
Delmeyer takes ball 4.
So Delmeyer walks with 2 outs, can run well.
Up to bat for the River Monsters, number 27, Warren Laster.
Laster aggressive at the plate. I would like to see him take a couple of pitches to see if Delmeyer can steal a bag here. So I think with 2 outs. Teal sets Delmeyer. Fastball away.
Takes ball 2, low and outside.
Delmeyer from Poth, Texas. Laster from Grandparent. Hit hard up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Nice piece of hit by Warren Laster. Now you've got 2 fleet-of-foot runners on base for Mr. Cody Leonard of Orting, Washington. Warren has really been hitting good second half of the season. He had been slumping. I think people just, he's getting too much input, you know? Just relax, hit the ball, man. Don't even worry about it. Start hit the ball everywhere now. Meeting on the mound. Changing pitchers, is that what they're saying? I don't know why the umpire's waving at us, because I don't think they did change pitchers.
To be honest, whenever the umpire points up here, I just point back at him and acknowledge him like I know what he's talking about.
Just saying hi. Just wants to be acknowledged. Cody Leonard. Not to be confused with the hack man, Jeffrey Leonard. One of my favorites. Down and in, gets away. Just what the doctor ordered. Runners move up. Everybody's in scoring position for Mr. Leonard. Big spot here for Leonard. Hitters count already. Looking for Teal. Get something over. Fastball way up. Shout out to Nick Savage down there for Brazos Valley. He's been doing the radio call for them. Was in the sun. He's like, I'll make it to sunset. Now he has 2-0 to Leonard. Looking for one pitch, folks. Line it up. Ooh, shoots it in the hole. Gonna be, oh, gets him by a step. 4-3, 2 runners left on base. And we'll go to the top of the 5th. Post-grad team.
Yeah, so after you graduate high school, you become a 3-year
Got a new pitcher. No, yeah, we do. 12, 18, who we got? Possible to get out. Who's pitching now? 18? Is David Stitch? Cohen Feezer, solid start for 4 innings, and David Stitch will take over. Stitch, a freshman out of Bernie, Texas, going to Angelo State. One of the midseason signs for the Seguin River Monsters. Center fielder Brandon Bishop to face Stitch. Stitch takes the baton from Cohen Feezer. Stitch out of the set guy. Ooh. Fastball in on you. 1-0. Checks a swing, strike called. And I don't think that's on the check. Gets corner. So 1-1. Brazos Valley pushed a run across last night. So we're going to a 1-run ball game here. Stitch trying to keep it there, and that's lined down into the left field corner. Got to go for extra bases. And Bishop is flying. I don't know if that gets him, if they don't cut it, if that throw was on line. Not often you see the triple. in the left field corner, folks. But that's exactly what that was. A lot of foul ground in the corners at Smokey Joe, and crazy long run for Knowles, and Bishop absolutely hit the nitrous boosters as soon as he hit it. A lot of that, folks, a lot of that speed time you can save there is how you round your bases. And Bishop rounded them off perfect right there. In with a triple, leadoff triple. Slider from Stitch up and away to the right fielder, Ian Torres. 1-0, nobody down. Fastball gets by him. Bishop lurking at third. Another fastball challenges Torres.
Let's go, David. One more.
I don't know what you throw there, but Torres looked overmatched on both those fastballs. I don't know, you go back to the well one more time, or he starts just getting his timing up for it. Rings him. Reverse K. That's huge with a runner at third. Huge. One step closer to stranding the man. Cody Oliphant, second baseman. DeLeon on the cut at third. Jose Gutierrez not necessarily pinching over at first as this fastball goes up. One-run ball game. Might prefer to have your corners in to try to cut down Bishop there. Gets by him. Gonna be a play. Nope. I thought it bounced closer back to Leonard, but it died at the backstop. So Bishop scores on the pass ball. 2-0. 2-0 count now to Oliphant. Lead off triples, folks. They say there's 21 ways to score from third base. I don't know what those 21 are, but pass ball is one of them. 2-0.
I'm interested in these 21 ways now.
I always remember getting told that in junior college. There's like so many ways you can score from second. But once you get to third, just about anything can happen. You're going to score.
Go, David.
Honestly, just about any play that can transpire in a baseball field, you're going to score from third. Strike right there. 3-1 now to Oliphant.
Paints the outside corner for strike two. Works it back to a full count.
Go, David. One more.
Nice, healthy outside corner right there. Counts full. See if Mr. Stitch can work back. Ooh,
Ooh, that must have missed low. That looked
Must have
like a
been
nice
low.
pitch.
because it got more plate than the last pitch, that's for sure. So Oliphant down to first. Mike Adair. Left fielder, 1 for 2 tonight with a single. Oliphant, about a 3-foot lead. Not sure what that lead's about. Probably hit the old Kia Sedona there. I'm all for conservative leads if you can't run, but you gotta try to get something. Plus a secondary. Inside, Oliphant's down there getting on his base run mittens. Also a new invention. Past my time as an old guy.
Took Oliphant 2 pitches to get those on, so you wonder what happens if ball's put in play on pitch 1.
What do you do when getting your mitten on? Probably does protect the fingers, but I don't ever remember messing up my fingers. I'm more of the technology advanced when Bagwell put that big pad on the back of his front hand because he broke his bones on his hand. So there goes the runner.
Runner goes.
Fouled off. So the mitten, getting the mitten on equated to boost of speed right there. Hit and run, fouled off. But yeah, Bagwell had a big plastic pad on the back of his bottom hand hitting. A base running mitten. I always thought this, I'm not sure if you do, but if you do have a base running mitten, get an extra large with like extendo, you know, like an extra 2 inches in there for safe.
Give yourself some extra reach.
Right? Are there any rules on base running mittens, how massive mine can be? I'll get one reaches all the way to second from first.
Just misses up.
So Dare walks.
Back-to-back walks for the Bombers.
So Oliphant didn't have to steal. He's pushed to second. Now we're going to do a meeting on the mound. Out comes Coach Morellas. Let's see what happens there. I guess that's it for Stitch. Could be an injury. I hope that's not the case. So somebody's going to get warm on short notice, I believe. Which makes me think that may have been an injury. Should be terrible to happen in the last.
It looks like Yuli Tovar is going to come in and get some action on short notice here.
Yuli Tovar, one of our leading pitchers. Love Tovar's stuff. So Tovar's going to get warm for Jackson Cobb. We'll take ourselves a little break. Shout out to the Texas Reds. Postgrad baseball sponsoring tonight. Appreciate them very much. Yuli Tovar taking over for David Stitch came out. Jackson Cobb, the batter. I don't know if this is Jackson Cobb. That's how I have it. Number 21. I don't know if you could double check your roster, Scotty, but I have this as Jackson Cobb's spot in the lineup, but it's a different number.
I believe it's Wyatt Grant who was pitch hitting.
Wyatt Grant. Bounced. Could be two. Cuts it off. Nice play
by
there.
Jimmy. Nice turn by David Lopez for the inning-ending double play.
Absolute artistic masterpiece. I love a double play.
$10,000 feet. Gotta fly. Get me to get. I wanna feel the heat. Huh. Fly over the ocean. I take you along. Like a rocket man. I live in motion. We land in New York City. 'Cause I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to the aeroplane. Oh, that's right. Gonna let you go along. Bring me along for some fun. Ha! I try to lie, and I don't bite. Fly over there, Danny. Take off from a new city. Somewhere got history. Somewhere real pretty. We're cruising in London, yeah. And I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Huh. Get on to the aeroplane. Huh. Make it onto the aeroplane. All right. Here we go now. Make it onto the aeroplane. Break it down.
Taking over for Teal. Number 25. The roster update in a second. Jimmy DeLeon going to lead it off. Started the inning-ending 5-4-3 double play with a beautiful turn by David Lopez to get out of the fifth. Breaking ball for strike one.
Go, Jimmy!
Number 25, Steven Grimes on the mound for the Bombers.
All right, Steven Grimes, 2-2 to De Leon. Driven to center, but I think it's going to hang up there unless we get some wind action.
It almost looked like he did not see that off the bat and lost it a little bit, but he found it midair.
The hardest time of night is this time because it's not quite dark yet, and it's still kind of like this haze. The lights being a factor as well. The dusk. AJ Knowles turns around to the left side. Shoots it foul. Flavorful language on the walk-up song. I don't know. These children got to get exposed to explicit lyrics. What are you going to do? 0-1. Backdoor breaking ball.
Go, AJ.
Jams him, but he fouls it. Did you say Steven Grimes was the pitcher?
Yes.
Put that in here. Steven Grimes taking over bottom of the fifth. Is it me or does he have 2 release points? He comes side, but his first breaking ball was way over the top. So he's changing release points. So my eyes are playing tricks on me. That seems more 3/4 there.
Takes low.
Slider full.
Nice eye from AJ there.
Yep. Good job laying off.
He had kind of a Juan Soto-esque take on that.
Yeah. Hits him right on the quad. Shows it a little bit and then takes off the first. I like Knowles.
That did get him pretty square.
Was a fastball, I believe.
Up to bat for Seguin, number 24, Jose Gutierrez.
Knowles will keep the pitcher and catcher thinking about him at least. So Jose Gutierrez digs in. Face Grimes. I just keep looking at Grimes' release. Everything I've seen since I've looked does look more 3/4. But I swear I thought he dropped down, and then one time he threw a breaking ball way over the top. Checks on Knowles, back easily. 1-0 to Gutierrez. Huge hole on the right side. This is out 2-0. Good hitters count here. Yeah, just from the box, I wouldn't like hitting against Grimes. I'm having issues with his release. There's the pick move. Knowles back.
Keeping an eye on Knowles over there at first base.
He did that. He got on base in the first inning. Pay attention to him.
Got a nice lead.
There he goes. Slider to throw on. He's barely in there.
Safely.
So nice stolen base there by Knowles. Was a slider, but a decent pitch to throw on because the catcher is stepping out for it. It's essentially in the right-handed batter's box, like a pitch out.
It was like a pitch out.
3-0. Jose certainly has a green light. He completely tied the game. Way inside. That's ball 4.
And up to bat for the River Monsters, number 52, Victor Jimenez.
Victor lined out. Lined out to the third baseman his last time up. Breaking ball. Maybe Grimes isn't changing his arm slot. I don't know. He's definitely a 3/4 guy. That sidearm not quite over the top.
Let's go, Victor.
Victor falls behind 0-2.
0-2. A bit of something cooking here. Victor can battle and shoot one through the hole. Bounces. It could be an issue. Oh, I don't know. He's bobbling. So big scoop right there by the first baseman. Evans making the scoop on the throw there. Acts as a sacrifice, essentially. So now Quinones up with runners in scoring position. Big spot here for Rye.
Go, Riley.
Grimes sets. Swings through a slider. Might have got him, no? 1-1. One and two now. See if Rye battle, buddy. Slider down. Grimes wanted it. Entire Brazos Valley Bombers wanted it. 2-2.
Couple steps to the first base dugout from everybody in blue out there.
In the dirt. Counts full. Big fat outside corner. He rings up Quinones in disagreement. And that ends the fifth. Reverse punch out. Game not over by a long shot. We have 4 innings to go. End of 5. Tovar, breaking ball, strike one. Tyner Hughes. Don't get the call, 1-1. Tovar fastball misses out. I really like Tovar's stuff. I think he's electric. Once you get down there on the net and watch him throw, really good velocity, really good breaking stuff. I think he's a difficult matchup for about anybody who faces him. And on cue, he blows away Tyner.
Attack for the Bombers, number 27, Shelby Becker.
Becker takes the first pitch, fouled on third baseline.
Misses 1-1. The thing on Tovar I've noticed is sometimes, and I don't know if it's true, I feel like he might be striding open. And it's not even an overthrow. It's like a mechanical thing. But I don't know. He's got nasty stuff.
Counts 3-1 to Shelby Becker.
Tovar from Buda. North Central Texas Junior College. I feel like somebody ought to pick up on this guy.
Oh, that was a nice breaking ball.
Very nice breaking ball. So Becker walks.
Attack for the Bombers, number 5, Braden Evans.
Hit hard out the center, but hard enough, and Laster makes the catch. So 2 down, runner still at first. So Evans cracks one, but can of corn for Laster. We got Ben Harmon, third baseman. Tovar gives the runner a look, comes set. Fastball, back pick from Cody. Ooh, you almost want to call him. I like it, Leonard. I like it a lot, buddy.
Nice quick throw there by Leonard behind the plate.
It was instinctive and natural because he was going that way. He's like, I'm just going to gun it. It's just good catcher instincts right there. Great throw. Good tag, too. Nice breaking ball there.
Nice pitch from you.
Fouled off. 1-2 now.
All right, Seguin, one more. What do you say?
1-2 to Harmon. Becker leading off first. Conservative lead. Tovar in the set. Fastball just fouled off. Almost got it by him. Tovar fastball not to be underestimated. My mental radar shows me he's like 92, 93 guy, if not harder. He's got to be a 90s guy. Hit hard out to right, but Delmeyer's tracking it, makes the catch. And that'll do it. I got stock on that guy before the game.
And leading off for the River Monsters, number 13, David Ruiz.
Go, David.
David Lopez. Leading off, bottom of 6. Grimes dealing down and in. Need to get something going.
Just about to say, I think this crowd's itching for a River Monsters run.
Get something going here. Bounced. Easy play. One unassisted. Got in on his hands there. It's that Grimes release. Runs it in on the left-handed batter.
To bat for Seguin, number 17, Preston Delmeyer.
Delmeyer, right fielder. Reached on a walk his last time up. If I'm not mistaken. My book's not perfect. Skies it out to left.
Dare gets under it.
Dare scoots around back and forth, but gets under it for the second out.
To bat number 37, Warren Master.
Warren singled his last time up the middle. Grimes, the backdoor slider, gets a corner.
Go, Warren.
1. Yeah, Warren's really had the tale of two halves of the season. Real slow start. Then he just started lacing everything. Got a hit streak going. And he was barreling the ball a lot too, but he was under it. And then he just started lining everything.
Rolls one to second.
Bounces it. That'll do it for 6 innings.
And that's the end of the 6th inning. Special thank you goes out to Brazos Pizza in New Braunfels for providing post-game meals throughout the season to our team and the visiting teams. Pizza, wings, and so much more. Get the best pizza in town at Brazos Pizza in New Braunfels. And just a reminder, kids, if you have any foul balls, you can take them to the concession stand for a free box of Cracker Jacks or a Tootsie Pop. Number 15, Brandon Bishop.
Brandon Bishop coming up for the Brazos Valley Bombers. Bishop singled and scored in the 5th. Flashes a bunt, lead off the 7th here. Takes ball 1.
Yuli Tovar on for his 3rd inning work. It's really looked good since he
Fastball.
came on in relief for David Stitch in the 5th inning.
That was short notice relief, wasn't it?
Yeah, short notice. Looked like Stitch might have tweaked his shoulder maybe.
Hope he's all right.
Yuli came on, spun a double play, and then worked a scoreless 6th.
I don't even know what that pitch was he floated up there. That could have been a change or something. 1-2 now. Tovar works fast. Stay on your toes. He's ready to go. Tovar into the wine and blows it by him.
That's a strikeout by Yuli Tovar.
1 down. Tovar with just good stuff. Got some good fan turnout tonight. A couple kids were full body painted. It was awesome. He's got the crank wheel. Bounce to David Lopez. Gets it on a candy hop off the first. 2 down.
That's a wrap for the Bombers, number 8, Cody Leonard.
Outside. pitch walk right there. Nothing missed by too much. Oliphant goes down to first. Two down, keep him right there. Michael Adair, the left fielder. Gets the corner. Nice job by Leonard. Strong forearm, freezing it there. It's that catcher receiving skills you'd like to see from Leonard. Set from Tovar. Big breaking ball, but misses out. 1-1. I don't know what to think. Oliphant's at first. If I recall, he was working on his mitten the last time. I might be making that up. That could have been a different runner. Anyway. Can't remember my mitten conversation.
I think you are correct that it was Oliphant.
Was it?
But it took him 2 pitches, so maybe it gave him so much
Took
trouble.
him
he
2
decided-
pitches, and then he ran on the third once he got it on.
He decided this time he's
And
going.
now there's no mitten. Is that a tell? Is that like a poker tell? Corner, 2-2. It's like it's just the most obvious tell that I'm about to run. I must protect my hand.
I mean, I do hope somebody out in the infield said doesn't have his glove on. You
I
don't.
don't know. I swear it was Oliphant we were talking about. Fastball up. Now it's full. I'm saying get a mitten, the biggest one you get, and then put about 3 inches of foam in there, right on the tip of your fingers. Get that extra safe distance into the extendo glove. Swings through a fastball. Ring him. Yuli Tovar with 2 Ks in that inning. Seventh inning stretch time, folks. Get up off the couch.
I do see it right there.
And hitting off for the River Monsters, number 34, Cody Leonard.
Cody Leonard. Leading off the bottom of 7. Hits it hard up the middle. Gloved. And they make the play. Not an easy play to make. Thought he had a hit there. Stole it. All you can do is tip your cap.
And up the bat for the River Monsters, number 12, Jimmy DeLeon.
Jimmy DeLeon. Fastball outside corner, 1-1 to De Leon. Grimes still dealing this three-quarter stuff. Outside corner gets the call again.
That was outside of the outside corner.
Outside of the outside corner, catcher setting up there. And then you have the weird angle coming from Grimes. Bounces the slide piece. 2-2.
Go, Jimmy.
Breaking ball. Bounced by De Leon. Got it on the short hop. And then dug out at first. 2 down.
And up to bat for the River Monsters, number 38, A.J. Knowles.
Braden Evans playing a pretty good first base for Brazos Valley tonight. Here's A.J. Knowles. Switch hitter. Ripped one right-handed down in the corner. Last at bat, he walked and stole a base. Oh. Some Mariano Rivera hand-eating stuff from Grimes running in there. Strike one. Grimes takes the sign. Slider, but it's low.
Go, AJ.
1-1 to Knowles. Jose Gutierrez waiting on deck. Let's see a little bit of a 2-out rally here. Bounces it, but Grimes stabs it out of the sky on a hop, and they get Knowles 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the top of the 8th, folks.
10,000 feet. Gotta fly. Get me to get. I wanna feel the heat. Huh. Fly over the ocean. I take you along. Move like a rocket man. I live in motion. We land in New York City. 'Cause I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to the aeroplane. Oh, that's right. Not gonna let you go it alone. Bring me along for some fun. Ha! I drive and lie, and I don't bite. Fly over there, Danny. Take off to a new city. Somewhere got history. Somewhere real pretty.
Jeremy the Juice getting the fans pumped up here at Smokey Joe. First pitch is bounced. Jackson Cobb. This will be Wyatt Grant. Breaking ball up high. 2-0. 2-0 to Wyatt Grant. Tovar. Fastball doesn't get the call. Fouled straight back. 2-2 now. Actually, I think it's full, but. Tovar pumps it in a fastball. Wyatt Grant fouls it off. Options for River Monsters here to hold it. Got to have the hold. There's ball 4. Wyatt Grant walks. Runner on first, Tyner Hughes. Catcher striding up to the plate. Singleton scored in the 4th to Tyner. Faced Tovar. Tovar fanned him his last time. Fouled. The Tovar fastball is a commitment. Got to be anticipating. Up with the heat. Jumping.
Go, Ely.
A rising fastball. 1-1. We did get ourselves a sweet double play tonight. Is it too much to ask for one more? Oh, plunks him. You're going to plunk him. Plunk him with a fastball. Get your money's worth. So Tyner Hughes aboard on the hit by pitch. That'll bring up Shelby Becker, designated hitter tonight. Becker 0 for 1 tonight. Been on base twice, reached on air and walked, struck out in the first.
Go, Ely.
Tovar working with 2 runners now. Fastball up and in. Skied, but I think that's going to get out of play with the wind.
Wind's moving in that direction. Not going to stay in.
1-1 on Becker. Misses out. 2-1 now. Becker's the guy we got to get. We can't load him. Bounce. Could be 2. Scoop, the toss, the throw, and I think they got him easily.
Nice turn.
Oh, the baseball gods. That was a sick shovel right there from Ry Quinones. Because you got to deal with the Smokey Joe hop and then get it over to Lopez. Beautiful turn by David Lopez. Sweet thing of beauty. So Wyatt Grant's 3rd. 2 down now. Skied foul. Braden Evans, 0-1, pitcher's best friend. It's hit pretty hard, so you can catch a bad hop here at Smokey Joe, but Quinones gets it and kind of like shovels it to David Lopez. He was real close to the bag. Lopez with a beautiful turn. Off-speed stuff there for a strike.
Go, Ely. One more.
Fastball cheddar. High petrol, but way up. Not close enough to chase. Like the idea there. Go for the fan with 2 strikes. Way up. 1 and 2 now. Filthy stuff from Tovar. Works out of it. No runners score. Keeps it there. Freezes Evans for the 3rd out. Go to the bottom of the 8th. Jose Gutierrez, bottom of 8. Jose walked his last time up.
Ernie, another inning where the Bombers did not send out a position player or backup catcher to warm up their pitcher before.
Karmically a bad vibe. I don't
And
know
we
why
did
you
not.
do that.
We didn't put one across the inning that had happened earlier. We're due now.
We still got Grimes going, right? Or we got a different pitcher?
Out on the mound is number 20, Hunter Mayo.
Hunter Mayo now. Nobody getting him warm, though. Hunter Mayo from the set right side guy. Fastball swung through by Gutierrez. Can't say I'm sad to see Grimes go. I just didn't like his arm angle. Thought it was kind of dirty.
You did. We were a little obsessed with the arm angle on Grimes there.
I mean, like Knowles feels me when he ran that one in on his hands. It's just like you swing through it as a lefty and it just keeps coming in on you. skied out to left. Could be trouble. It's a long run. It's kind of in between.
And
And it
it
does
drops.
drops. So Gutierrez aboard. You do have to, I don't know. I think you're ruling that a hit. That's, I don't know. It's a heck of a long run. You can't rule it an E on short or third because the left fielder gloved it in a full run. So is that the same thing if he's running that hard in the gap and it goes off the tip of your glove? I think it's a single. Victor bounces it foul. Yeah, I think like if somebody's on a full sprint and a ball in the gap goes off the tip of your glove, you rule that a hit.
He did have to travel a long way.
He's full sprint, and it wasn't like a can of corn. It was just off the fingers. It was off the end of the glove.
Jose steals.
Steals, kicks it into the outfield. He's going to go to third. There you go, D1 coaches. I don't know. Guy can run, guy can hit. Little shot of adrenaline from Jose Gutierrez here, getting around the bases. Now we got a runner on third, nobody down. 0-2 to Victor.
I think the Bombers were a little surprised by that steal attempt. Jose is not necessarily one to swipe a bag. It wasn't a position to really swipe a bag. I was surprised when I saw him take off.
Breaking ball. Down, ball one. A lot of crazy things happened that last game of the year. You're like, I'm going to steal one today. Got a great jump. He was safe. You know,
He was safe,
kicked
yes.
the ball on the slide. He basically beat it there. So
Little
sky,
spark.
but it's kind of going to be the shortstop's ball. So one down on the fly ball to short.
On to bat for Seguin, number 33, Rylan Quinones.
Slider. Infield's now in. One down. One and 0 to Quinones.
Let's go, Rylan.
Foul ball. Now it's 1 and 2. Let's see Quinones hit something hard, take advantage of this infield being in, and then the winning run shall come to the plate. Swings through the heat. He gets him 2 down.
On to bat for Seguin, number 13, David Lopez.
David Lopez. Takes ball one.
Go, David.
Lopez had 2 hits on Friday. I'd like to see him poke one through right here. Big spot for us. Close ball game. There's the backdoor deuce. 1-1.
Real nice pitch there by Mayo.
Nobody can argue with that. You drop it in. Watching some Barry Zito curveballs earlier today. Ooh, slider there down.
Little observation down the third baseline. We got a kid watching the game from over the foul fence, looking for a foul ball, trying to get the best read on it. And it's just something about that that's got a baseball feel to it.
It's like a classic piece of Norman Rockwell art or something. Kid peering into the ballpark.
Go, David, you got this.
He's probably standing on one of those like RV plugins or something.
That is exactly. It took me a little bit to get there, but
It's like,
I
how's
did.
he up that high? 2-2. Jam shot. Could be trouble. Gonna have to hustle. Got to barehand it. And he's safe. He's safe. Awesome hustle by David Lopez right there. Scores a run. Nah, he beat that. No question he beat that. So big infield single right there by David Lopez hustling down the line. Gutierrez scores, make it a one-run ball game, and Dahlmeyer represents the winning run. Lopez the tying run at first.
And up to bat for Seguin, number 17, Preston Dahlmeyer.
Come on, Preston, you got this.
That was some last game of the season effort right there. David Lopez pulling out all the stops. Slider in for a strike.
Go, Preston.
Absolutely love to see hustle plays like that. So big. Great job by David Lopez. Jammed. Mayo getting in on people. Two kinds of guys, you know, you get jam shotted to short, you can put your head down and say, oh, well, or you can bust out of that box like your life depends on it.
And that's the end of the 8th inning.
Does it? We get a run, though.
Making a score 1-2.
2-1 ball game now.
Kids, just a reminder to line up the first base dugout. Kids run bases. Presented by Franchise Partner, And now at the mound for the River Monsters, number 13, David Lopez.
Who went into second for David? Jacob Ruiz. So Jacob Ruiz comes in at second base while David Lopez moves in to pitch the ninth. Uli Tovar, excellent outing again.
Go, David.
Ball outside to start things off here to Harmon in the top of the ninth.
Top of 9, grounded towards Quinones, gloves it, strong throw, and he gets him. Nice play again by Riley Quinones.
To bat for the Bombers, number 15, Brandon Bishop.
Lopez, not a pitcher by trade, but this is his 4th appearance on the mound for us. He originally came on as just a position player pitching, looking to eat innings. But his last appearance, he went 4 innings and got a win in Acadiana.
Do it all.
He just pitches to contact and lets the guys make plays.
Guy's a baseball player.
Ooh, just missed outside there.
Slider there.
Mixes in the slider.
Or repertoire. David Lopez, 2-1.
Works a
Fastball
fly ball.
skied. Wind an issue.
Ruiz
Jacob
snags
Ruiz
it.
makes the catch. 1 down. I'm sorry, 2 down. Two down. Ian Torres. The batter, David Lopez. Ground ball and a fly ball. Slider.
Just missed outside again.
That
Doesn't
corner
matter.
has been called tonight, by the way.
Yes.
Outside, though, 1-0. There's a nice slider.
Steals him.
1-1. Fouled.
Go, David. One more.
David Lopez from Eagle Pass, Texas. Playing at Coastal Bend.
Go, David. One more.
This is high. Torres walks there. Hit the bull on that one.
To bat for the Bombers, number 8, Cody Leonard.
That'd be like hitting Gill. Is Gill out tonight for the last game of the season?
Gill's last game was on Friday.
Gill's last sighting Friday. The river monster like it, a real elusive fish. You don't always see it. You gotta account for the fact it's 100 degrees every single day in Texas. Steve Reich, but not called. Must have been low.
When a river monster emerges, though, eyes go that direction, and that's what happened when Gil made an appearance.
That's what happens when Gil comes out. Kids love him. Checks his swing, calls it 1-1. Checks it, strike two. Torres, I'm sorry. Oliphant shaking his head in agreement. 1-2 now.
One more, David. You got it.
3-2. Slider misses outside. Payoff pitch here. Torres should be running. There he goes. Ring him. Fastball corner. So we go to the bottom of the ninth, setting up for late inning heroics, folks. Down to the last 3 outs of the River Monsters. Got to get up for this one.
All right, Seguin, it's showtime. Leading off for your River Monsters, number 37, Warren Laster.
Let's go, Warren. Start us off.
Warren Laster leading things off. By the last time, we're going to hear Tops Drop.
Tops drop.
For the
He went to
walk
Mike
now.
Jones there for a while.
He did switch it up, but he wanted to go back.
Wanted to go back. Walk-up music is all part of the psychological game. Feeling comfortable. Down and in. We got the same pitcher. We got somebody else.
In the words of Fat Pat, chunks pop, tops drops, and the front end hops.
It's good stuff right there from Scotty B. That is good stuff. Is this still Mayo?
Hunter Mayo still on the mound for the Bombers. Works the fly ball from Warren.
Barreled, but under it. No help from the ghost of Smokey Joe on that one. One down.
Next up to bat for the River Monsters, number 4, Jacob Ruiz.
Go, Jacob.
Jacob Ruiz came in as David Lopez went the first. 0-1. Mayo from the set. Even with nobody on, ball's down. 1-1. So Ruiz batting in place of Cody Leonard. Which, because I was looking at the lineup saying, I wonder where they put him in. That would un-DH Victor Jimenez.
Who was catching
then,
last inning.
Who will be the, yeah, right. He was catching last inning. So that makes sense. Inside, 3-1. Swings through the fastball. Count goes full on Ruiz.
Go, Jacob. You got this.
Let's see, Ruiz. Singular walk right here. Jacob, you got this. Mayo sets. Comes, and it's off the plate for ball 4, and Ruiz works a big walk here in the 9th. Jimmy De Leon coming up.
To bat for the River Monsters, number 12, Jimmy De Leon.
Tying run at first. Got to get him to home plate with 1 out. Ruiz with a good lead. Runs well. Big breaking ball in. Ooh. Almost hit him. One thing I like about Jimmy is he is on top of the plate. So hard to say. Called a strike nonetheless. Bounced up the middle. They're going to try to turn 2. And Brazos Valley Bombers go 1-6-3 for a double play to end the River Monsters season. But tip of the cap to all the River Monsters in the city of Seguin, Scotty B, Mike Gigliotti, the man who made it all happen, along with Scotty B in his unbelievable season.
Thank you to Ernie for all he did getting this broadcast live, and thank you to Lewis for his help. Thank you to all the fans who tuned in and watched us every game. We appreciate you all. We will be back bigger and better next year here in Seguin with more River Monster baseball. Summer of 2023.
Summer of 2023. Thank you, Scotty. Thanks to Luis Solis and everybody, as Scott so graciously said. And the lights going out on the TCL season for the Seguin River Monsters, and we shall ride off into the sunset till we see you next time. Thanks to everybody.
Hey fans, let's hear it one more time for all the players out there in your Seguin River Monsters.
Let it run for a couple. Thank you. Awesome. It was fun, Jeremy.
It was. I wish it was more wins, but you we'll be talking. Yeah, okay. We'll be talking next year. We hope you're interested. We hope we can get you out there doing that stuff. You do a great job on the
I know, yeah.
But we want you out there doing that stuff. So
Get more entertainment.
hopefully that's what's on deck for us.
It's going.
Jeremy the Juice, thanks, buddy.
All right, we'll see y'all later. You'll have a good one, guys.
Their day of glory.
Let's go. So Mike has it down on the concessions. I'm sorry, he's got it for you. He has been up here. He just went down to set up that food.